What is up, YouTube? What is up? No gameplay footage today, guys. This is strictly a informational, educational type of video. It's almost time for Ncaa 12. And for about the first week of the game, all I'm going to be doing is testing things out against the computer and working on custom playbooks. My ideal custom playbook would be to make a custom run and shoot offense playbook, combining both old school run and shoot from under center with the modern June Jones SMU Hawaii run and shoot right out of the shotgun, and also the pistol set, and also sprinkle in some air raid offense as well, or air raid passing game in there as well. Kind of make a custom run and raid, or raid and shoot playbook. That's my offensive vision for Ncaa 12. But this is just strictly informative for people who don't really know what the run and shoot is. What differentiates the run and shoot offense from the other spread offenses that are out there, like what Texas Tech runs with their air raid, or Oklahoma State, or what a spread team that likes to throw the ball like Missouri does. And what's the difference between those offenses and the run and shoot? What makes the run and shoot unique? Well, there's a couple of things. First off is formation variety. The run and shoot is very vanilla as far as formations. You're either, well, first of all, you're four wide receivers all the time. No tight end, no fullback, no H-back, nothing like that. You are four wide, either four wide spread or four wide trips. You have one back, and you also have, in some variations of the run and shoot, for example, if you look at the Georgia Tech playbook, they have some run and shoot elements to their passing game. They use a lot of motion to get to either 2x2 or to trips. So that's the first difference. It's very vanilla compared to the other spread offenses as far as formation and personnel. And also the biggest difference is the fact that a lot of the fundamental pass plays in the run and shoot involve option routes, meaning that the receivers are going to change their routes on the fly based on how the defense is aligned. And the receiver and the quarterback must read the play and the defense the same way. So the idea is, no matter what zone defense a offense is facing, you'll always be able to run to a hole. Or no matter what type of man defense you see, you'll always be able to adjust to a pattern that runs away from the man defense or creates natural picks and rub-offs. That's basically the run and shoot in a nutshell. And I'm going to be making a couple of custom playbooks. One is a old school run and shoot combining the Georgia Tech playbook as well as the Hawaii and SMU playbook, which is going to be strictly under center. The second playbook is going to be my raid and shoot playbook, which will combine run and shoot out of the shotgun along with some air raid passing concepts to give me that short, precise passing game to complement the basic core run and shoot plays. So I'm going to go over a couple of basic plays right here in this diagram. First of all, what does all this gunk mean? Rip 60 go. What is that? Well, first of all, take a look at the formation. It looks very similar to a flex bone set. It's really a double slot set where you have two wide receivers split out wide, X and Z, and you have two slot backs, which are your H and Y receivers. This is probably from the mid to late 80s, this particular variation of this play. Like if you were taking a look at a run and shoot playbook from the USFL, back when Jim Kelly was running it with the Houston Gamblers, this is how the particular play out of this formation would look. Rip 60 go. And what this basically means is, rip means motion to the right, 60 means the quarterback takes a semi rollout to his right, rolling out to just wide of the tackle. And go is the passing concept. And the way this particular play works is you have X and Z, your vertical clear out receivers, and the quarterback's read is the flat seam area. As he sprints out, he's going to be looking to the flat first to see what the flat defender is doing. If the flat is open, he'll bang the flat route to Y, and the slot receiver will hit upfield and get as much yak as he can. If the flat is covered, he'll then look to the seam, and the slot seam receiver, he has several options which he can take depending on what type of defense it's up against. He can either go straight down the seam to put stress on the free safety. He can either run a post, or he can cut back in and stop his route depending on the coverage he's facing. And no matter what type of coverage it is, whether it's cover 3, cover 2, cover 4, cover 1, man 2, you should always have an option there to throw to if it's executed correctly and if the defense doesn't, blow the play up. But if executed, you should always have a hole somewhere to throw to, or a man running free against man coverage to throw to. And this is probably the most basic play and the most basic read in the run and shoot offense. It's a very simple 1-2 read. You either hit the flat route or you look to see what the seam receiver is doing. That's basically 60 go in a nutshell. This next play here is a little bit more complex, but it's built off of the go concept. This play is 61 X choice. It's actually labeled wrong at the top of the diagram. It should be 61 X choice. Why is it 61? It's because the quarterback this time is rolling out to his left, and X is his primary receiver. You have the same motion going from 2x2 to trips, with the H receiver running the same motion and running up the seam. And he has several options that he can do, just like in 60 go, where he can continue up the seam, break off his route to run a hitch, break off his route to come across the field, run a post, depending on what the defense does. You have H running a drag across the field, and you have X running a choice concept. And this basically works like the go concept, but in reverse. The quarterback's first read is going to be what's going on as far as X goes. X has a number of variables that he can run based on how he's being played. He can either go straight up and run a post. He can run a streak. He can run an outside release. He can run an out. All depending on how he's being played. And if the quarterback doesn't like what he sees as far as what X is doing, he has the option to throw to Y coming across the field, or hit H depending on the route he's running as well. If H is running across the field, he has the option to throw there. So those are mainly his 3 reads. And again, and it's the same concept as go. Regardless of what the coverage is, if everyone does their job correctly, there should be a lane to throw the ball, or someone running free against man coverage across the field. So those are basically the 2 main, not the 2 main, there's other concepts as well. There's slide, there's streak, there's HY option, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But these are the first 2 concepts that you would learn if you're running this offense for the first time, the go and the choice concept, because you can run it out of not really a variety of looks, but you can run it to a variety of options. You can run a choice with Y, you can run choice with the Z receiver, basically any receiver that you want. And what makes this offense so tricky is, well, look at it. If the quarterback and the receiver make their reads, how are you going to defend it? You're not. The only way you're going to be able to defend it is by getting to the quarterback. And you better be able to get there with a base pass rush, because if you have to blitz it, you're going to be opening up, lanes all over the field. So that's what makes the run and shoot so deadly. But also, so tricky to run. Everything has to be precise, and it's part of the reason why the offense isn't as you know common as you would think. Every team runs run and shoot concepts, just like every team runs West Coast in their passing game, or Air Coryell concepts in their passing game. Everyone runs a little bit of everything, but what makes the run and shoot offense unique is that they're committed to running what they run full time. And when it gets going, you can put up a lot of points, but when it throws a stinker, you can see some pretty bad things happening as well. If a receiver breaks one way and the quarterback thinks it's going the other, you have an easy pick six. So those are two basic plays to just show you what the run and shoot is about, and also what I'm thinking of as far as making a custom playbook. Both these plays are already in the game, along with slide, streak, switch. Those core passing concepts are already in both the Georgia Tech and the SMU and Hawaii playbooks. If you want to look at some older videos that I made a couple of run and shoot videos where I show the entire playbook in action, and also I do a video where I'm going over some basic passing plays I like to run out of the Georgia Tech flexible on offense using the run and shoot plays that are in that offense, or in that playbook rather. So that's what I have cooking so far, and I'll be doing more videos like this showing you guys what I'm looking to build as far as custom playbooks go. Share with you guys what I'm thinking and how it's coming along, and hopefully you guys will like it and maybe even want to try it out for yourselves. Take care. Peace.